हो गया.
Nice.
Yes, we are live. We start today's stream. Today is day 50. Consistency has been maintained. We are doing the OpenUSD glossary, which is helping us to, you know, fill the holes in our first run through the OpenUSD modules by NVIDIA, and basically trying to execute more questions and you know see if we are able to get some feedback on those questions. We did a quiz yesterday. I scored 31. Aditya scored 26 out of 39. So we are trying to make progress over there. And so yeah, let's get started with let's resume the glossary. I think we did till class yesterday. So I think what are specifiers is done. Okay, class. A class is a prim specifier that creates abstract prims meant to be compared onto other prims. A class prim, class prims are marked as abstract and skipped by default reversals, making them ideal template from which other prims can inherit shared properties and metadata. You typically use classes to define reusable configurations that multiple prims can inherit through the inherit composition arc. Classes can define or override metadata, properties, and nested prims. It is also known as class prim or abstract prim. We already know what are specifiers, but let's do a quick revision. Specifiers in OpenUSD convey the intent of how prim or prim spec should be interpreted in the compose scene. Specifiers can be one of the three values: def, over, or class. Def, which is short for define, defines the prim and the current layer. Def indicates prim exists and concretely defined on stage. Resolved specifier, a prim essentially. The resolved specifier of a prim essentially, which specifier when the composition is completed determines which stage traversal like rendering will visit that prim. Default traversals will only visit defined def. Non-abstract prims. Default traversals will only visit defined non-abstract prims. So def is defining non-abstract prims mainly. Abstract prims are those that resolve to class specifier. So all the prims that are abstract are resolved to the class specifier, and over is the weakest specifier, will resolve to either def or class specifier. Over, which is short for override, holds override for opinions that already exist in the compose scene on another layer. So all these statements are now making much more sense now that we have completed the whole thing,
Yes.
because they were not making sense before. Like I was not able to understand what they actually mean.
Mm-hmm.
So now I understand what they mean. I can visualize and I can, connect the dots mentally. So the over will not translate back to the original prim and is what enables non-destructive editing workflows such as changing property of a prim like its color in another layer. A class prim essentially signals that it's a blueprint. Class prims abstract and contain opinions that are meant to be composed onto the other prims. Yes, I want to basically just see the usage of class prim actually. It's worth noting that class prims are intended as targets of reference are intended as the target of reference payload, inherit, or specialized composition are, or as a relationship target for point instances. These are concepts we'll cover in the later. Prims that resolve to class specifiers will also be present and composed on stage but won't be visited by a default stage traversal, meaning it will be ignored by traversals such as those for rendering. All right. Get specifier, prim dot get specifier, prim dot set specifier. Lastly, we are authoring a new prim as class called box. This can be used reusable scene. Okay, so hmm, prim dot set specifier class. Create primware. Hmm. Class green def look in class green. So world box double size x form op translate. They have created a class green. Where is it? Prepend. Okay, here prepend inherits world slash look slash green. So this is how the class inherit works. Got it. Got it. hmm So how are we setting the class? State dot get root layer sub layer path equal to file path prim path world box box dot prim dot box prim dot view get prim dot get inherits dot add inherit sdf path. Okay, this line is important. Okay, so class is done. Collection. What is a collection? Tell me.
I don't know.
We need to do value clips as well. There was a question
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Class, no, collection. Collection build on the ability of relationships to identify objects in a USD scene, whereas relationship is resolves to by fetching its target is simply an ordered list of paths identifying other objects in the scene. A collection uses a pair of relationships and extra rules of compactly encode potentially large sets of objects by identifying a set of paths hierarchically include in the collection and separate sets of path hierarchically exclude. For example, the collection identifies all the prims comprising the two building except for all prim organized under floor 13 prim in each. I need to understand what are fucking collections. I don't get it. Okay. The how long is the exam? Like it's gonna be 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
60 to 70. A component is a leaf model in the USD model hierarchy that represents a complete publishable asset. Component are marked with the component kind and represent the leaf or bottom level of the model hierarchy. Complete assets like props, characters. Oh no. We were doing a collection user relationship to efficiently identify large sets of objects, including and excluding hierarchical paths. Collection views include and exclude relationships and expansion rules to compactly represent large object sets. Implement the multiple apply USD collection API schema. They support explicit path lists and pattern based memberships and can include prims, properties, or even other collections. I don't understand collections properly.
Oh, dude, they are basically logical grouping way. So it says that it can be like for a relationship, what are the grouping we can have? We can have one to many to many, right? So
Hmm.
if you have many to many, then we can have multiple collections of about the same relationship. So let's say you create two relationships regarding two types of assets. Let's say we can have two assets in a group called buildings, and then two assets in a group called landmarks, right? So can they have one to many relationship or many to many relationship? So if you have relationship between two groups, that's what we call as collections.
Mm-hmm.
So when you so basically you can define a scope of collections that have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have two groups and you're trying to define a relationship between them, that can be defined as collections as well. So like in the example over here, you have skyscraper and pyramid, and then you have created, I think, another lucky building excludes. Wait, no, this is not a good example over here. Oh, okay, okay, yes, yes. So we have created one collection that is lucky buildings. It's gonna include two buildings inside it, and then we have created another collection that is going to be lucky buildings that are going to exclude. So we are grouping two things. So both of them are buildings, but one of them is specifying the floor, and other one is only specifying the whole building that needs to be included. So they are a kind of a collection asset or something like that. So you have skyscraper and pyramid. Both of them can be an asset, and both of them can be categorized into a buildings category. And over here, you have buildings, but they have a higher detail, a higher detail of asset detailing, I would say. So you have building, skyscraper, and a floor as well. So you have now created a relationship between, you can create a relationship between both of them, as one is a building and other one is a floor, and they are linked in some kind of relationship, I would say.
Uniform token collection, lucky building, expansion rule, expand prim, rel relationship collection, lucky building includes. Relationship lucky building excludes. Skyscraper pyramid floor 13, floor 13. Okay. We can see that from the example collections in USD are expressed as multiple apply API schemas so that we can add as many different collection as we want to any prem already in the scene. The expansion rule attribute specifies how the target of the includes relationship should be expanded when we can include all prims and properties or just targeted object themselves. In addition to prim and properties, a collection can include another collection which allows us to hide internal details of asset when we publish them as the aggregate scene that consumes the asset can do. Things like binding materials and illuminating the scene by targeting the assets collection, which break down the asset into meaningful groups with other collection. We create and query collections using USD collections API. Hmm.
Yeah, so you can have clothing shirts and clothing pants in the same collection group, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Good. Bruh. I'm trying to find the fucking. Oh, trying to keep this open here so that we have these links that we can access. Referencing layers, authoring variants, stories. What are these? USD composition SIGGRAPH. Default from code samples. Add a payload. Instancing is also a part of composition, I think.
Yes, brother. We instancing comes in references.
Content aggregation is data exchange and transformation, extraction and transformation, asset modularity. Oh no, instancing comes in content aggregation, I think. Yes. Understanding model kinds. I see. Data exchange is a whole fucking module to itself. Customizing USD. AI resolver. Data modeling. Okay. So collection. Let me also understand this with Chat GPT. Collection pattern. Shorts, body clothing, collection are used to facilitate workflows that need a flexible representation of sets of objects in a scene. Example use cases for collections in OpenUSD include features such as light linking, where you specify a collection of objects that a given light illuminates, binding materials to collections, where you can bind a material to a complex collection of logical parts of a model. You can even aggregate collections in your workflow by including collections in other collections. A collection membership is special in one of two ways. The first way uses target-based tools to specify which objects are included and excluded from the collection. Collections configured this way. I understand what collections are, but I am not sure how they are used. Uh, let me. What the fuck, भाई 2 घंटे पहले आया है Anthropic just released this 2 hours ago. The Fable shit.
Yes, brother.
Hmm. Bro, do you know the
What?
prime ex-prime minister of Canada is dating Katy Perry?
Wow, crazy shit.
It's crazy. All right. Collection and OpenUSD are named groups of prims slash properties that do not have to live under the same parent. These scattered things belong to the same logical group. Example prim hierarchy slash world slash environment slash tree 1 tree 2 rock 2 are characters hero props car. A collection can group only the trees includes collection forest things includes world environment tree 1. Oh, even though the collection are authored on a prim, the members can point to prims anywhere in the stage. So collection environment. USD style, frequent API schemas, collection API, forest things, rel collection, forest things include world environment tree 01, world environment tree 02, rel collection, forest things excludes world slash environment slash tree 02 leaves, uniform token collection, forest thing expansion role. Name includes what goes into the collection. Collection name excludes what gets removed from the collection. Collection is what the membership expands. So what does this mean? Expansion rule? Explicit only the exact included targets. Expansion prim included prims plus child prims. Expand prims and properties included prims, child prims and properties. Why collection are useful? When material to many object control light linking for a group of object define render export collection. Groups example use cases all class objects in car may live in different places. The primary word collection group can see them as glass pods and material light renderer or tool can operate on the collection. I see collections are named membership sets in USD. They group prims properties using includes, excludes, and expansion rules that do not change hierarchy. They create logical groups for materials, lighting, rendering, selection, or pipeline tools. I see. But how are they used in this rel collection building? Excludes this, okay. And then how do we expand the fucking? What does this line mean? Path expression collection exp collection membership expression and then expression mode is equal to expression what? How does this make sense?
Hmm.
Mm. Pattern based collection. Configuring Reaper API schemas collection API MySQL. The collection API schema to print that will contain the collection either in your USB data or programmatically. Oh, configure what objects are in the collection by setting properties for relationship mode. I see. Saving the collection, configuring membership mode, uniform token collection, my collection mode, specify my collection using relationship mode. Membership, relationship mode collection includes root. Let me check this in collection. Hmm. I think boilerplate should do. Okay. Show the usage. Oh, shit. Over here it says expansion rule, and over here it says something else membership expression. Expansion rule and membership expression, they're two different things. Membership expression. Uh, hmm, mhm. So the usage of mail include, exclude, and membership. Property on the collection to make it clear. Mhm. Think of a collection as a named rule asset. Collection equals to include minus exclude plus expansion plus membership rule. Mm-hmm. Exclude plus expansion slash membership. Author collection API and the built-in properties live under the namespace collection name. Free set includes an collection tree set exclude. Okay. I don't understand this, bro. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Collection API tree set. They are prepending the API schemas.
Mm-hmm.
But how did they create tree set?
Mm-hmm.
Uniform token collection tree set mode equal to relationship. Uniform token collection tree set expansion rule equal to expand prims. Rel collection tree set excludes, includes and excludes. Breakdown: prepend API schema collection API tree set means apply collection API name tree set. Okay, collection tree set, uniform token collection tree set mode, relationship, uniform token collection tree set mode relationship, uniform token collection tree set expansion rule. So mode and relationship. Mode. Where is mode? There is no mode. Collection API lucky building uniform collection expansion will expand films. Expansion will expand films. Rel collection tree set includes. So this is done outside of a prim.
Mm-hmm.
No, not outside of a prim. Inside a prim only. But what? Prepend API schema apply collection API name tree set. Inform token. Hmm. Hmm. Let me be your woman. Okay, bro, I'm thinking I'm gonna skip this one. Just understand the high level.
Mm-hmm.
Uses this relationship to efficiently identify large sets of objects by including and excluding hierarchical paths. Collection uses include and exclude relationship with expansion rule to compactly represent large sets implemented through multiple apply USD collection API schema. They support explicit path list and pattern based memberships. and can include prim properties or even other collections, also known as USD collection API, further reading, blah blah blah, collection and pattern collection. So this was not in the Learn OpenUSD at all.
Collections. This was there, brother. I think somewhere.
Nowhere. No, bro.
Use collection API. It might be in the API thing.
What?
Collection.
The further reading also points to OpenUSD thing. It does not point to any Learn OpenUSD modules. Component is leaf. That's it. For bottom level of content. Assets like props, characters, or set pieces, they can contain a component. Assembly group and then component. Hmm. They can contain subcomponent but not contain other models, making them building blocks that assembly and groups aggregate together. Composition, we already know composition is the process of combining multiple layers and scene graph elements together to create a final composed scene. USD evaluates all composition arcs, sublayers, reference payloads, and variant sets inherits and specializes to build the state scene graph, creating indexes for each prim that enables efficient value resolution, composition, also known as scene composition, creating indexes for each prim that enables efficient value resolution. Composition happens when operating a stage, loading or unloading prims, and whenever contributing layers are edited. hmm Also known as scene composition, creating composition arcs. Composition is okay. Composition arcs are operators that allow USD to combine multiple layers of scene description in specific ways. USD provides seven composition arcs, sublayer inherit variants, relocate reference, uh, payload and specialized, remembered by the mnemonics liver piece, which also represents their strength ordering. These directional operators combine layers and prim specs into ordered graph and sublayer all arcs except sublayer support prim name change through the part translation. What does this statement mean exactly?
Path translation. I think path translation is where we edit the path. There was a function called, I think, USD edit view, right?
Bruh. Piece of shit. Perplexity is piece of shit.
Mhm.
I selected this and I asked it what does it mean. It didn't get the thing.
Mhm.
Oh, is anybody out there? Okay. I'm gonna ask perplexing. ChatGPT, sorry. Most composition arts can bring opinions from one prim path and compose them onto a different prim path. Sublayers cannot. All apps except sublayers support prim name changes through path translation. Simple example reference supports rename path translation. Asset file. Um, okay. Tree asset.usda. Defx form. Okay. Preprint reference tree asset.usda slash tree. The source frame is slash tree, but in the compose scene it appears as supports prim name changes through part translation. Means the original asset called tree, but the scene can use it as oak01. Mm-hmm. Sublets do not do this. Okay. Okay, got it. USD can compose data from one prim part to another prim part. USB can compose data from one prim path to Another is data from one prim path to another prim path. References slash payload slash etc. Example references payloads can rename or relocate composition. Can rename or relocate composed strings. Mm-hmm. Slash word slash hope. Oh, sublayers cannot do this. They stack layers only by identical paths. Sublayer do they stack layers only by identical paths. Stack them only by identical paths. With R/slash reference payload inherit specialized variants, you can map source opponent onto target trim. You can map source opponent onto target trim. I see. Now do you understand what I was trying to understand?
Yes, brother.
Overlay this whole file as is using the same pen paths. So um, shuffle, base shuffle. Connection. What is a connection, bro?
I don't know. I think we haven't read connection.
Yes, we haven't. Mhm. A connection is a typed link between attributes that can represent data flow relationships in network like shader graphs. You said H1B has like a September thing as well, right?
Yeah, brother.
What is it called?
Second lottery, that's what they call. I don't know, like the technicals of that. So yeah, it depends. It depends upon, like, I know a couple of people that got their H1B picked, but had to pull back their application. Oh, sorry, withdraw their applications due to some reasons. Or some of the petitions that were picked up were not complied with H1B regulations and all those things, so they got rejected. So based on that, the second lottery comes in, but I don't know if it comes in this year or not.
So I think it's not gonna be this year. Oh, a connection in OpenUSD is an attribute to attribute link. This input should get its value from that output. Oh, you see this in shader networks. Imagine a material graph. You see this in shader networks. What is the fucking shader network? This input should get its value from that output. Most commonly, you see this in shader networks. A collection of connected rendering nodes that define how properties like color, textures, and lighting combine to create the final visual of a 3D surface. Uh, oh, so shader network is like a collection of connected rendering nodes. 3D surface. Instead of writing raw code, artists use node-based workflow to feed data from one node to another. Mm-hmm. Texture node output color, shader input diffuse color, material surface asset. USD that link info is encoded as a connection. It does not mean USD itself calculates the color. USD only stores the network description. Renderer or DCC reads that collection and evaluates it. USD example, token output, surface connect, wood material PBR shaded or output stock surface, step shader, PBR shader, uniform token info, PUSD preview surface, USD UV texture, acid inputs, file equals to textures, node.png color 3F, outputs RGB. Bruh,
Yes, brother.
mute your notifications, bro. Your mic is right over there, like besides
See.
your fucking
I see.
mic, besides your speaker.
I see. I will
When
make a note of it, brother, and keep you in the loop regarding any updates.
what?
Nothing, bro. Nothing. I'm just bullshitting. Ugh. Brother, brother, and brother.
Value equals to direct data, connection equals to link data flow source. And the color from text nodes or RGB output. Why USD says it does not provide data flow behavior. A connected attribute points to another attribute. Get the color from texture nodes RGB output. Value is direct data. Connection is link data flow source.
Hmm. So, base all in all, connections are a link between shader networks. That's what I understood.
Link between shader networks? No, bro.
Shader network nodes.
It is basically what a connection is, that when a value of a node depends on the output of, like, the input value of a node depends on the output value of a different node. That's what a connection is called. Linked data flow source. Shader network is just an example. It's just an example over here. Most commonly, you see this in shader networks. Let's read this again now. A connection is a typed link between attributes that can represent data flow relationship. In networks like shader graphs, connections are sub-aspect of attributes that allow input attributes to target output attributes for data flow in consuming applications. While USD itself doesn't provide data flow behavior, schemas use connection connections to encode networks. USD does not provide data flow behavior. Schemas use connections to encode. Use connections to encode networks. Okay, particularly shading networks where node inputs and outputs are linked together, also known as attribute connection. Got it. Connections are quite similar to relationships in that they are all listed scene pointers. They are edited scene pointers that robustly identify other scene objects. The key difference is that while relationships are typeless independent properties, connections are instead sub-aspect of USD attributes. Relationship serves to establish dependency between prims as a whole or dependency of a prim as a whole upon targeted property, but they lack expressiveness to encode. For example, complex type data flow networks such as shading networks in okay, each attribute is strongly typed connection allow each input to target an output attribute from which in some downstream consuming application it may receive data flow connection empower USD to robustly encode data flow networks of frames, but USD itself provides no data flow behavior across connection. Instead, USD stipulates that schemas can impose semantics on connections to be interpreted implemented by a collection by the schema or higher level systems. We do so for two reasons consulting connections using value resolution. I think this can be a question, bro.
Which what?
uh, like they can give some options, like they can ask a question related to connection and they will give ask what or which statements are correct or incorrect or something like that, and one of the options will be USD provides a data flow behavior for connections, and that will be a wrong answer, and the right answer would be USD itself provides no data flow behavior across connections. Instead,
Hmm.
USD stipulates that schemas can impose semantics on connections to be interpreted, implemented by the schema or higher level systems. We do so for two
Stipulates
reasons.
no data flow behavior. I see. Stipulates, bitch. It stipulates.
Mhm. How many questions do you want to do today? 60?
No, bro, 30. We will do 30. And from
Why
Monday,
30?
we will do 60. It
Nice.
takes a lot of time. That is the thing. Like it will take 4 hours then. Based
40
on
questions don't take 4 hours, bro. It takes 2
no,
hours.
I'm saying 60 questions. Like based on the way we do it.
60 questions take 4 hours, yeah. So
Yeah.
we can do 40 today, I think.
No, bro, 30. We will do 30, not 40.
Why, bro?
Keeping equality. Keeping the rest for tomorrow. And from Monday we will do 60.
I see.
Hey, look, watch, watch. See something crazy? Who do you think is winning the World Cup? Portugal. Ronaldo winning the World Cup. What? Watch. Hey, look, watch. Watch you win. Watch you win. Watch you win. Watch. Watch Ronaldo win. I promise you. I promise we gonna win. Sue, baby. Suey. Suey. Watch you win. Hater. Watch. I promise you, Jack. Do you foresee any issues in working for a black man? He's coming. Like you would last a week with him. For the right money, I would. Good morning, Doctor. It's nice to talk to you. Yes, I'm sure. Thank you for calling. Bye now. You said it paid you what you asked for. Okay, it's your job to get down to all those tour dates on time. Now, if he misses any shows, you're not getting your back end. He's not going to miss any show. Hey! Tony, boss man called it. I've been looking for you. Yeah, sorry. The guys, hey, next time you need extra money, just ask. More fun winning. And what if you lost? Grab some cards. I don't want to die. So stooping down in the gravel, pitching dice for pocket change makes you a winner. You give me shit for it, but they didn't have a choice whether to be inside or out. You did. Excuse me, sir. This isn't a piano, right? Sir, that ain't a Steinway. Dr. Shirley only plays on Steinway brand pianos. It's in his written contract. Come on, man. And this crew's can play on anything you wouldn't follow. What you say? Who you think you're talking to, greaseball? Excuse me, Don. Are you looking for the commode? Yes. Yeah, let me help you. Right out there for that line. I prefer not to use that. Don't be silly, Don. It looks locked worse from the outside. You're supposed to know from experience. I've never had any complaints. Well, I can return to my motel and use the facilities there, but that will take at least a half an hour. We don't mind waiting. Excuse me. You're not allowed to try that on. I beg your pardon. If you'd like to purchase it first, we'd be happy to tailor it to your needs. I see. Tony, come on. Hurry up. Dr. Shirley's in trouble. Who let him out of his cage? And they put their little tie on him, too. Who y'all dressed up? Yeah. Get your hands off. What the good goddamn we got here, fellas? I just wanted a drink, Timothy. Animal with we walk out won't be a problem. This boy don't get what he's got coming to him. You ain't got no say. Maybe. Whatever happens here, I'm gonna put a bullet right in the middle of your thick skull. He's got no gun, right? Full of shit. Okay. Well, I sure ain't. I ain't about to let this come to pass in my place. Let's go. No, I want these Yankees off of my property. One, let's go. Go. Life is a business. I'm glad to see you. We had to turn off the main road and now we're lost. Sit down, car. How you say this last name? Bellaloff. Yeah, what kind of name is that? Italian. Oh, I see. That's why you drive and get around. You half a nigga yourself. Easy there! Yeah! Excuse me, sir. I understand why my associate is being held, but what exactly am I being charged with? Because you let the sun set on your black ass. I want to speak to my lawyer. I want my call. T. Brad, who's this? Hello. Of course I can recognize your voices. You're saying the boy we got locked up. Called who? Got goddamn loose. That nigga what hit me? You keep your goddamn job, and you do what I goddamn tell you to do. When I goddamn tell you to do it. I'm telling you to get him the goddamn out. How'd you call? Bobby Kennedy just saved our asses. What up? How great is that? It's not great at all. It's humiliating. What are you talking about? We were screwed. Not we. Why you wearing handcuffs? They're trying to fucking kill me. You handcuff this man? Just fun and games. Yeah, we're both almost veterans, so you wanted to play cops for hours. No one did. Best game is we can get in that rough house. You're a key to me. Yes. I think it might get a draw. I'll find it out. You're right back. What if we come in? Yeah, sure. I want to come in? How? Most definitely. What's that smell, Jeff? Family said we want you to be an old man. I'll fight for this. So, hey, we'll take a look. Okay, where now? In the drawer? Yeah, I think it's back off. Yeah, man. With motives. This okay stuff. What is it? Goddamn. It's real. Wrap it up. Sir, you're under arrest for the attempted murder. You get back on your murder. You just need the right to that your son is committed. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be difficult to hear, Mr. Bond. There was a human head in his refrigerator. 2 plastic bags in the freezer, each containing a human.
Cannibalism is insane, bro.
Crazy shit, brother.
In the bedroom, and photographs documenting the dismemberments. In another drawer, we found
We might make money, bro, Sunday.
I see.
You put 75, right?
Yeah. I'm not hopeful
Yeah, I'm not hopeful at all, but we just might after my analysis.
that we are gonna make money.
Justin, just do your thing, bro, Justin. All right, connection empower USD robustly to encode data flow, blah blah. Okay, consulting connections during value resolution would necessarily slow. All attribute value resolution, whether attribute possesses connection or not. Interchange is an important aspect of USD, and we are not currently willing to tackle the conformance problem of different data flow semantics between different DTCC. Okay. Instead, USD stipulates that schemas can impose semantics on connections to be interpreted and implemented by schema or higher level systems. We do so for two reasons. Simple shading in USD tutorial, which demonstrates how USD shading model uses input to output connection to indicate render time data flow between shaders and output to output connections on material to bind shader outputs to important computer results consumed by the renderer. In a robot boy, can you hear this?
Yeah, bro. I can hear. I can hear the noise. There is some kind of noise that is going on.
Music.
Yeah, not the like, but it's noise to me. That's what I would say.
No.
What the fuck? Oh,
Shahid Khan.
Let's do the quiz then.
I'm trying to understand. Oh, like I'm trying to see how much glossary we have left. Like we have. So I need to mark some of them. So like connection and collection.
Mm-hmm.
Like these two are new to us, so we need to like be careful with connection and collection. Other than that, okay, let's read through these real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Create file format. The create file format is already we know already .usdc extension that is optimized for performance while and file size. USDC is optimized for performance and file size. Create performance file size are losslessly convertible to and from text format .usda and feature data deduplication, lockless, multi-threaded reading, and low latency lazy queries. Only reading a small index on open and deferring big data until needed. This makes create files significantly more efficient than text files, which must be fully parsed when opened. USD binary format, create USD binary format. So just keep these things in mind. Def, we already know what a def is. Def is a prim specifier that defines a prim as being present and available for processing on the stage, shorter for define.
Mm-hmm.
The def specifier indicates that a prim is concretely defined. On the stage, prims with def specifiers are presented and visited by default stage traverses like rendering, making it, bro, it
Uh,
fucking rings in my ear.
okay, bro. I will try to
Why
mute
the
it.
fuck? Making it the standard way to declare prims that actively participate in your scene, also known as defined prim, what of specifier. Okay. Default value. A default value is the timeless static value of an attribute that exists outside of time. Each attribute has a separate default field that you can access with bro.
Wait.
Come on, bro.
Uh,
Mute it.
I'm in
Fucking
DMD,
mute it.
but it's still pinging. Well, let me focus. Okay. It should not now, I guess. It should not now. I have started DND. Should not. Hopefully.
Alright.
Yeah.
Each attribute has a separate default field that you can access with US time code. Default USD time code double colon default USD time code default, which exists independently of animated values. While an animated value is stronger than default value, animated value is stronger than default value. Default within the same prim spec, a default is a stronger layer. In a stronger layer, still wins over animated values in a weaker layer due to composition strength ordering. Okay, value resolution. Got it. Direct opinion. A direct opinion is seen description authored directly on a prim rather than inherited through ancestral or opposition arcs. Direct opinions are authored at a prim's specific path, while indirect opinions come from composition arcs on ancestral prim. This distinction is important because direct composition arcs, like direct references, are stronger than ancestral ones. Ancestral references in value resolution. This concept applies similarly to all composition arcs except sublayers. Hmm. International love, oh, it's international love. Do you know the World Cup has started?
Yes, brother. Tomorrow is America versus some Prague. I don't know.
Bro, it was today, bro.
What's today? I thought it was.
Yeah, America won 3-0.
Bet.
That's why people are celebrating outside.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Uh,
Oh,
I'm seeing that people are like enjoying their life. Yeah. Going to the bar, watching games, watching the next game, watching the
next.
World Cup. They're like having a good time, and we are like struggling to get our careers on.
Bro, that's why I'm telling you, get a US citizen and marry her. Then you will be also, like Tiger. Get a US citizen, brother. Why the hustle? Get a US citizen and then everything will be sorted.
Oh, Bite Bunny is asking, yo, what is this about?
Hmm.
This is about OpenUSD, and this is about getting a OpenUSD certification, and this is about getting our life
Fucked.
on track. And this is about how hard it gets.
No, this is not hard, I would say.
Brother, we've been doing this for 50 days straight. That's why it's not hard for us now.
No, dude, you know what's
Bro,
hard?
ask someone who has not seen this before and try, like, show him like a USDA file or, something and ask him what this
Dude,
is.
it's like, okay, if you're asking someone, hey, can you code? And then on the first day, definitely he won't be able to code. But after doing 4 years of computer science and 2 years of masters, the
Yeah,
person,
that's what I'm saying.
that's
So
what I'm
this is
saying. 50
hard.
days is nothing. 50 days is nothing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Like, what's hard? Spending 5 years and then getting no result. That is more hard.
I mean, we know somebody who has spent more than that.
We know one guy. One and only. But no, he's successful, brother. How can you say that? These allegations. These
No,
are.
no, no. But like in this field,
But dude, he success. How do you measure success? With your bank balance, brother.
that is true.
With your bank balance and with your portfolio and the purchasing power you get.
Tiger, the goat. Yo, Bite Bunny. Did that answer your question? All right. So direct opinion or author visualize. Danza Kuduro. Danza Kuduro. Having a club right outside your house. Crazy.
Nice.
It sucks that you can't party and there's a club right outside.
Mm-hmm.
Direct authored, right on prem. We are resolving. Oi, 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 oi. Bro, this Latin music reminds me of our days in NXNW pool parties.
Yes, brother. One and only.
Those were the days. Those are actually the days, bro.
Yes, brother.
The nights in recess, the pool parties in NXNW, the shifts at Pearl Tropical. It was a chill life, you
We
know.
had no money, but we were enjoying a lot. Now
Yeah, now we have money and we are not
we are still
fucking
not enjoying.
enjoying.
We got
Yeah,
expenses.
it's fucking. I
Unfair.
don't know, and not unfair. I don't know. It's like the biggest joke of life. We're like, oh, once we have a job, everything will be sorted.
But then we
The
increase our
biggest lie,
expenses.
biggest lie,
Bro, expenses.
biggest lie of our lives. So anybody watching in stream, live your life. You
Don't get
know.
a job. Don't get a job. Stay broke.
Oh, this guy, bro, again. This guy is back again.
Yeah.
Experiment 21. Still, how much percent you guys need to complete for getting the certification? Aditya, answer this.
Still how much? I think
I
we
think
have
we have
completed,
completed.
but we are,
Yeah.
it has
Polishing,
we have
polishing.
gaps. We have knowledge gaps. Like we know what is OpenUSD, what are the basic foundational concepts that
The
we.
fundamentals are clear.
Yeah, but there are still gaps. Like some of the things, what are connections, what are collections, the things that were not in the beyond not in the
In
learn,
the modules. Yeah.
but and according to the exam guide they are going to ask question from the other glossary part and the openusd.org thing as well. So right now we are just polishing our polishing our knowledge base based on what we have learned till now and looking into the gaps that, like, if you look on our yesterday's stream, you will find that we were trying to do a quiz and we had a lot of gaps and all those things. So we are trying to just cover those because in the exam
Mhm.
the questions are gonna come from everywhere, and the questions can be multiple choice, single choice. So yeah, we are just preparing for every edge case and worst case scenarios that can happen.
Mm. And
Bro, let's start the quiz, man. Let's start the quiz. It's one already, bro. Let's start the quiz.
it's Friday, bro. Why do you wanna?
Yeah, I need to sleep, bro. I'm sleepy AF right now. That's
Bro,
why.
every day you say the same thing.
Yes, brother. Every day I will say the same thing because we are too late to start the quiz, bro. I have drained my all the energy today. Tomorrow we can do. We can start earlier. We can do late as well because I want to fix my fucking sleep schedule as well, brother. I want to. I'm just trying to fix my sleep schedule and I'm not. So that's why every day I try to do that. So let's start
Mm.
the fucking
Then give up, bro, if you're not able to do that.
what?
And give up trying to fix your sleep
I don't
schedule.
want to because I have my office. My supervisor comes 6 a.m. in the morning, right? I'm never able to reply to him, right? Emails.
Brother, I woke up at no,
Bro,
I can't say
I don't have
name.
a super chill super. I have chill supervisor, but not like you, right? My job is
Yeah,
in person, not like you. I'm not that
I
like.
see. I see. No,
Yeah.
mine is in person as well. I just
But
don't
you,
go.
you have hybrid return. Your HR told you that it's a hybrid. My HR.
No, my on paper I'm completely remote.
See, on paper you are completely remote, but I'm not. I'm completely in person in on paper. Bitch.
Yeah. All right, let's do five more of this, and then we can. Oh, here it is, bro. G prim finally. So we
Geometric.
are geometric primitive. Yeah. So we are at direct opinion right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have come till F, like A B C D, like till F.
Yeah.
And then we have from F to Z, it's left. So, oh, not even Z, till V. And most of them are easy, like visibility, variant set, variant, variability, value resolution, value clips. Oh, so all that stuff that we are missing in the quiz are in the glossary. That's why we are not able to answer them.
I see.
Schema, root layer stack, relocate, relationship, purpose, pseudo root, proxy, property stack, property, primbar, stack, prim definition, prim, payload, part transition, over opinions, namespace, model hierarchy, model, metadata, load unload, lever piece, list editing, layer stack. Yeah. So we are at direct opinion right now. Oh yeah, I was trying to understand this. After okay, so let's do till direct opinion, fallback, flatten, G prim, group, and Hydra. We'll do till Hydra, and then we'll start the
Oh, you're
quiz.
gonna push it till 2. That's why I want to start it right now. We can do it tomorrow, bro. I want the quiz takes time.
Okay, let's just complete direct opinion, then we can
Yeah.
start. Bro, this fucking music outside, so fucking disturbing. Fuck me. Where is direct? Okay. Think of this as direct equal to third right on the prim we are resolving. Indirect arrived there because a parent prim pulled in some data. So if USD is trying to resolve data for slash world car reveal rim, then an opinion that comes from a reference directly on world car prim. World car wheel is stronger than the opinion that comes from reference on its parent, grandparent like world car. Uh, hmm. What is this? Explain. Direct opinions are authored at prim specific path, while indirect opinions come from composition arcs on ancestor prim. This distinction is important because direct composition arcs, like direct references, are stronger than the ancestral ones, ancestral references in value resolution. Do you understand this statement?
I was just going through the glossary explanation first. A direct opinion is a scene description
Yeah,
authored.
this is from glossary only,
Yeah, I'm
like
just
this part.
yeah, yeah. A direct opinion is scene description authored directly on a prem rather than inherited, though ancestral composition arc. Oh, okay, okay, dude. This is basically
It's
the direct opinion shit, bro.
local opinion. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know this is local opinion. I know. I was not trying to understand that. I was trying to understand the statement under that.
the direct
Look at
opinion
this statement.
are authored at prem specific path, while indirect
Yeah.
opinions come from composition arc, right?
On
So
ancestor prims.
yeah,
What does
so
that mean on ancestor prims?
ancestor prims means the prims that are below. So over here
First of all, ancestor means
the
the
ancestor
one
means
that are above. The one that
they are
are
the.
below are descendants.
So the thing is, the way this wording is kind of confusing over here, I would say. But based on the statement, what they're saying over here is whatever from wherever we are referencing that prim, that is gonna be that ancestor prim, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you use composition arc and use payload or reference or inherits, right?
Uh-huh.
By using any of the any three composition arc, we will be referencing any asset path, and in that asset path we will have some kind of prim. So that will be an ancestor prim, and as we know that it will have some kind of opinion, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whenever we load that and we do not put a local opinion, we will have those default opinions automatically loaded in our current root file that we are trying to call in those ancestor prims, right? So over here, direct opinions are basically prim specific path. So whatever is on that current prim that we are trying to load, for example, let's say you created a prim called
Mm-hmm.
cube box, and no, let's say you created a prim called black box, right? Def
Mm-hmm.
black box xform black box, and then you're trying to uh, reference a prim called cube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that cube will have some kind of ancestral opinions, because now it has become an ancestral prim, right?
Mm-hmm.
That cube. And if you do not put
What?
any
What?
that
It
cube, that
has become an ancestral prim? How?
because you're calling it from another prim.
So
If
it
you're
how is that becomes an ancestral prim?
yeah, in reference to the current prim that you have, because you have referenced it, right? You are basically using a composition arc such as payload or a reference arc to load it.
Mm-hmm. In OpenUSD, an ancestor prim is simply a primitive object that exists higher up in the hierarchical tree structure relative to another prim. It is equivalent to a parent or a grandparent object in a traditional file system 3D outlier. So, a direct opinion and edited through.
Just ask him. Okay, let's ask Perplexity. Is if you are referencing a prim in a if you are referencing a prim inside a prim, will that reference prim be called an ancestral prim or not?
Will that reference prim?
Be called ancestral prim or not?
First of all, what does that mean if we are referencing a prim inside a prim? Like in def x form world,
Yeah, yeah.
no, look at this. See,
No.
no reference prim itself not called an ancestor prim in this context. Instead, it is referred to as target prim or
Okay,
the
let's
reference
reference
prims.
a
I
prim
told you.
inside a prim. You're creating a relationship. So it is strictly a structural term denoting hierarchy. It's okay. Ask him explain it with an example. Because that's what my understanding based on the ancestor. Ancestor should be.
Ancestor is just the fucking parent, bro. Like,
So who is the parent?
if
So
like okay, I'll tell you for an example. If there
okay.
is
Yeah.
def x form world,
Mm-hmm.
right, and then under it there is def cube,
Mm-hmm.
right. So over here, cube is the descendant and a
Wait,
world is the ancestor.
wait. It says over here the distinction is important because direct computation like direct references are stronger than ancestral references in value resolution. So it
We have an example over here.
is different, definitely in direct reference or something like that.
Wait. Okay, look at this. If USD is trying to resolve data for world car wheel rim, all right, then an opinion comes from reference directly on world car wheel rim is stronger than opinion that came from reference on its parent or grandparent like world or car. World car. Visual idea, world car wheel. So car is ancestral prim and rim is the exact prim we care about. Okay.
Now, wait,
So
wait.
now
Now I'm having
imagine,
two references.
wait, let me read. World car has a reference to fullcar.usda. All right. And world car wheel rim has a reference to custom rim.usda. So the first one is ancestral for world car wheel rim. Second one is direct for world car wheel rim. Okay, so second over here is this. So for world car wheel rim, direct reference on car wheel and rim wins over ancestral reference on world car. Example files. Full car.usd. Okay, this is an example. Def xform car, def xform wheel, def mesh rim, and then color. Um, this is like a direct opinion, right? So if we reference the whole car, we get slash car slash wheel slash rim equal to red, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then custom rim.usd. Over here, this file says rim is blue. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So if we reference this rim directly, we get rim equals to blue scene file. So this is the final scene file. Def xform world, def xform car, prepend reference. So we have referenced full car,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is the full car.usd and over wheel def mesh rim prepend reference custom rim dot usda. Custom rim dot usda had 001, right? So the answer like now look carefully. So okay, you tell me what would be the color of the rim over here.
Wait, what? Custom rim dot USDA and then full car. Prepend, I think blue.
This is custom rim. Yes, it will be blue.
Because we are
So
using.
this reference prepend reference full car dot usda is authored on world slash car.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's author on slash world slash car. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not authored on rim.
Mm-hmm.
So it brings the whole car, including slash world car wheel rim. So for slash world car wheel rim, this is an ancestral reference. Right. So this reference is on the ancestor
Mm-hmm.
of rim, which are ancestors are world and car and wheel. Right. But the
Mm-hmm.
reference is on world and car. Right.
Mm-hmm. I see.
And this reference, prepend reference custom USD a dot rim at the rate rim is authored directly on world car wheel rim. So for world car wheel rim, this is a direct reference. Final result, both files try to set prim vars display color. Full car dot USD says red, custom rim dot USD says blue. Final composed result is blue because direct reference is stronger than ancestral reference. This is
Yes.
important, bro. This can be a question.
Yes, brother. Everything can be a
B-
question.
because strongest way for local opinions authored directly on World Car Rim, direct composition arcs, authored on World Car Rim. I see. Ancestral composition arcs from World Car. Okay, ancestral composition arcs. This ancestral composition arcs from World weakest. So this the closer the composition arc to the prim being resolved, the more direct it is. I see. Suppose an asset department publishes a full car.usda, car body, wheels, rims, material. Then a short artist wants to replace only one rim, right? The targeted override wins the rim data that indirectly from whole car reference. Sublayer is not like put this file under world slash car. Stack this whole layer into the current layer stack at the same paths. I see.
Mm.
Right to the side, slide to the right, slide to the left. 1 2 cha cha. Bro, this guy is a loyal fan. Experiment 21.
Good, he
He
already
comes.
he doesn't have life. He do not have friends. That's why he's all daily over here. He has already declared it.
He's number one loyal fan
Yes,
of the
brother.
stream.
चलो.
All right, I think I understand this. Okay, so it is also saying sublayer is not like put this file under /world/car, stack this whole layer into the current layer stack at the same paths. This does not create the direct or ancestral arc on a specific prim. It just merges the whole layer by matching paths. So the direct versus ancestral path translation idea applies to arcs like references, payloads, inherit, specializes, variants, but not to sublayers. Sublayers are different because they stack entire layers by identical paths and do not attach or translate data under a specific prim. I see. Uh, okay, in one line, explain what is target prim. That a relationship reference payload binding or connection points to and uses as its destination, source, and composition or linking. As its destination, source. All right, we can start the quiz now. I think we should make a quiz purely based on the glossary page as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would be crazy.
But I think the quiz was basically most of the questions were based on glossary as well.
Glossary.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Okay,
Right.
should we start?
Yes. 30 questions. Which of the
40, bro. Let's do
30,
40.
30, 30.
Bro, I think we're gonna be very fast today.
No, bro. I will only do 30. You can do 40. For sure. You can carry on with your 40 ones. I will only do 30.
All
I will
right, let's start.
because tomorrow then we will only do 20. That's why I want to do 30.
Tomorrow we'll again generate the quiz, bro.
No, brother.
What's the issue?
Fable is off. Fable is off the
You
table.
used Fable for this one as well.
Yes, brother.
Did
Fable.
you ask it not to repeat questions?
Yes, brother.
I see.
Which of the following edits can a variant within a variant set off?
Variant set, author, on prem, and its which of the following edits can a variant within a variant set? Author, on prem, and its descendants. Permanently remove. Okay, select three options. Permanently remove other composition arcs authored outside the variant context. Wait. Okay, author new composition arcs such as references to different materials, sparsely override property values on prem or any descendant value. Yes.
C is there. And
Rename the prim itself to a different path within. Rename the prim itself to a different path within the same state. Rename the prim itself to a different path.
it's kind of variant within a variant set author of
Define entirely new descendant prims that exist only when that variant is active. Yes.
and author a new combination are the reference to. I think permanent remove other combination. So
I wait. Author new composition arcs such as reference to a
permanent
different
remove other
material layer.
combination arc outside the variant context. Outside the variant context, no.
I think B can also be an
Yes,
answer.
B would be an answer as well. I have seen that.
B, C, and E.
Yeah. Question second.
Complete asset A completed asset must be shipped to an external partner as one self-contained unit with its USD file and all reference texture included. Which native OpenUSD file format is designed
C.
for exactly this
Try D.
atomic
D. Yeah.
read-only? A complete asset must be shipped for an external partner as one self-contained unit with its USD file and all reference textures. Which native OpenUSD file format is designed for this atomic read-only delivery? What are
Wait.
you saying?
No, C.
I'm gonna go with A.
I would go with C.
C, USDA.
Yes.
Damn, damn, bro. How do payloads differ from references with respect to loading behavior and composition strengths in lower Ps? Loaded, unloaded on demand, and are weaker than references in lower Ps. Yes, A. You want to change?
How do payloads differ from references with respect to
Designing gas tags to model parallel work streams for an
composition
asset
strength and
and
liver?
for this.
Payloads can be loaded and unloaded on demand and are weaker than libs. ALI are weaker than references. Yes. A studio is designing layer stacks to model parallel workstream for an asset and for distributed
Simulation pipeline.
line with
Which three statements reflect correct guidance? A studio is designing layer stacks to model parallel work streams for an asset and for a distributed simulation pipeline. Computational workstream layers must always be static. Dynamic partitioning across machines is not supported in a layer stack. Layer stacks can grow procedurally over time to accumulate simulation stacks, replacing the need for versioning system to accumulate simulation stacks. Okay, each workstack layer should author only its unique contributions, sparsely avoiding needless overrides on other workstreams. C, a geometric layer and a shading layer can be sublayered together so artists iterate independently without blocking each other. D, keeping layer stacks simple and manageable is recommended because there is cost associated with resolving and opening each layer. Keeping layer stack simple and manageable is recommended because there is a cost associated with running.
To accumulate.
Layer stacks can grow procedurally over time to accumulate simulations of replacing the need for versioning system.
Geometry layer and a shading layer can be sublayered so artists iterate independently without blocking each other. Keeping the layer stack simple and manageable is recommended because there is cost associated with opening each layer. Keeping layer stack simple.
I'm confused between B and E. Which one should we go with?
Keeping
B or E?
stack simple is because there is cost with resolving and opening each layer. Layer stack will grow over time. Document.
Versioning or cost?
Go back. Let's go back once. What was the question again? We have parallel, right? So a studio is designing layer stack to model parallel work stream for an asset. Okay, and for a distributed simulation pipeline. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the answers again. Parallel work stream for an asset. It is for an asset. Okay, let's yeah. And keeping layer stack simple and managed is because there is cause resolving opening each layer stack go potentially over
I'll
time.
go with B. I think it could also be E.
Group proceed over time to accumulate simulation steps, replacing the need for versioning system. Wait, why we are trying to replace the need for versioning system? This is like we can have versions still. I think I would go with E. Let's do E for me.
I also think it could be E, but
Mm, yeah,
E.
I'm just that the last statement over here replacing the need for versioning system is not. I think it could be correct as well, but for some reason, like because
Okay, let's see.
yeah. An asset uses inherit arc targeting an encapsulated class cube asset downstream stage overrides cube assets in a stronger layer, which statement correctly describes the scope that provide.
Targeting unencapsulated class slash cube asset downstream stage override slash cube asset in a stronger layer. Which statement correctly describes the scope of that override? The override converts cube asset from class prim to def prim in what? In scenario A?
Cube assets
What scenario A?
statement the
First of all, where is scenario A? What is scenario A?
I think model hallucinated asset a downstream scenario a downstream. Okay, let's see. The override is ignored because an asset uses an inherit arc targeting and an encapsulated class. Okay, downstream stage overrides. Okay, to which statement correctly describes the scope of that override. Override converts cube asset from a class frame to a def frame. And okay, we are missing the code. We are fucking missing the code. The override is ignored because inherit arcs cannot be returned by opinions in stronger layer.
I think it could be D.
The override propagates globally to all stages that reference the same asset. The override effect scenario is computation only. Other stage reference the asset are not affected.
Fiend.
I would go with C.
The override effect scenario is composition only.
Like, dude, this because we do not have the code. Like, it should have the code. That's why, like, I don't know. So we can maybe flag this question, but we'll just mark our answers accordingly based on our assumption. But I will do C.
The override effect scenario is composition only. In a stronger layer, which statement? Uh, Mine was D and your was C.
Hmm.
But I don't know. This could be wrong because
Because, like, first of all, we do not have enough information, so nothing can be done. Question six: Primware values are authored directly on several instanceable prims that all share one prototype. Given each prim a different color, what is the effect on prim prototype count and why? One new prototype. Mm, when one new prototype is created, group of prims, no new prototypes are created because of new primwares override. Okay,
Oh,
only.
wait, it's D, sorry.
Wait,
Live on the instanceable prims, not inside the shared subgraph. Yes.
yeah,
D.
yeah. Seventh. An
An asset organizes all mesh prims under geometry scope and all material prims under log scope,
Who
both children
remember
of the asset,
its default prim?
default prim.
What does
What does
this
this convention primarily establish? It satisfies encapsulation requirement by ensuring material prims are nested under the same prim as the geometry.
A should be there? Wait, how many do we have to answer?
One.
One. I think A should be. It defines jurisdiction. No, it stores kind metadata points. Mark geometry prim as component within model as prim pipelines. Tools can discover them efficiently where it marks geometry.
Model pipeline tools is called efficiently establishes kind metadata boundary so that traversal tools or instead of
Okay, all mesh under geometry scope and all materials prim under a look scope.
it establishes kind metadata
Yes,
boundary so
gonna
that traversal tools add the geometry and
mark
duct
geometry
scope instead
component.
of add
Yeah, it's gonna be A.
defines jurisdiction at separate modular contributions from surface contributions, making it clear which pins each work stream on. No, it's A. Yeah, two sublayer both author custom data on the same prim. The stronger layer sets key, source, and status. The weaker layer sets key, source, and owner.
What does
So
the compound?
source will be on in the first one, status for first one, and owner for the weaker layer. What does this compose? Okay, source, data, and owner status. This one is from layer owner from the weaker layer. Yes, A. I'm not even gonna look at the other options.
No source on wait, what's two sublayers both author custom data on the prim stronger layer sets key source and status and the weaker layer sets source and owner. What does the custom
Required
data
creating a new schema version according to the USD schema
source
version. That means the schema maintainer is modifying an existing type schema, which change requires creating a new schema version to USD Gen schema. The change requires creating a new schema version according to the USD schema versioning guidelines, updating a token that will allow tokens to add new linear or documented on existing property, adding a new attribute to the fallback value that has no behavioral effect on prem lacking.
versioning
That
guide
attribute change the fallback value of an existing attribute in a way that affects prem behavior downstream. It is modifying an existing typed schema, which can require the creating a new schema version according to the USD schema versioning guideline. Without tokens, we do add a new PHDL law. This is our token. I will go with A.
wait attribute okay which requires new schema version according to I would go with B.
B.
Yeah, B changing the display name or doc metadata on an existing property.
What about this one? You want to go with A?
Yeah, A.
Okay. So, okay, changing the fallback value of an existing attribute in a way that affects prem behavior for downstream and new one. Bro, you have to listen to this. Listen. Can you listen?
I can just listen something, not what it is. I'm not able to recognize what it is first at first glance.
Now,
Bro, fuck it, dude. Let's focus on the quiz.
Bangkok. Have you been to Bangkok?
No, brother, not yet.
Do you want to go?
No, brother.
Why?
I would love to go to first Japan. Bangkok is not on my list.
I want to go to China first before Japan.
Mm.
All right. An asset file asset.usd has a root prim world. Root prim world inside root world there is cube prim with a material binding that targets a material prim defined under a sibling looks scope at the same level as world, not nested beneath it. After the asset is referenced into a scene, the material binding stops working. Why is the root cause? The look scope is unencapsulated. It lives outside the reference root prim hierarchy and is not drafted in the new scene.
So
Yes, A.
over here, an asset file has a root prim world inside the world of the cube with material binding. Yeah, bro, and encapsulate. We have three or one.
One.
Okay. A pipeline developer wants to understand whether USD caches composition results or resolved attributes values at stage load time. Its statement correctly describes the cache.
Cache's composition results.
Yes, never.
Or resolved attribute values at stage load time with statements correctly describe the caching model. Neither composition nor value resolution is cached. No value resolution is cached per attribute, but composition is recomputed every query. Both composition and value resolution are cached at load time for maximum query speed. Composition is cached at prim level, but value resolution is not pre-calculated.
Is gonna be it. A
Yeah.
prim is author.
Prim third with the class
What
specifier.
does the class specifier have on rendering the default traversal? Default traversal with prim choice. Prim is marked read only. Printed header does not render the prim. Default state will do not header render the prim. I think B.
Yes, because default stage traversal do not visit it.
Yeah. A point instancer has
But
added a
wait, default traversal visit the prim twice once no. Prim is marked read only and composition arcs are prevented from targeting it. No, header renders the prim at reduced resolution default physics simulation. No, I think it's B.
yeah, it won't render at any one point instance. It has
Yeah.
a hundred scattered box. Some fell out of the position, and some must be animated on and off over the time. Other boxes must be permanently pruned, and pruning must support sparse list editing. Which property?
Drives each requirement. Inactive IDs, animates instances, on and off. Invisible IDs prune them permanently with list rating support. I think A, but invisible IDs hide instances over time. Proto indices remove them permanently with list rating support. Visibility animates instances on and off. Over time, invisible IDs prune them permanently. IDs animate them on and off.
Yeah,
On and
one.
off the ID run them permanently with list rating support.
With three
Time inactive.
benefit for data extraction phase in two data exchange pipeline. This is round tripping object data to original format. The extraction phase applies user format options so that
Identify benefits of data extraction phase in a two-phase data exchange pipeline, giving the extracted
you take that output without
faithful to source, simplifies round-tripping data back to the original format. Extraction phase applies user export option so that the user receives the tailored output without needing a separate transformation step. The extraction phase applies user export option. The extraction phase automatically generates a compliant default prim and resolves the access conflicts between composed layers. The extracted stage provides a common foundation. The extracted stage provides a common foundation on which all subsequent data transformation steps can be built. I think the extracted output mirrors the source format structure, improving legibility
Yeah,
and making
three
it
options
easier.
first.
What?
We have to select three options. The extracted output
Yeah,
mirrors the source
I know.
structure, improving legibility. No, it won't mirror first of all. Extracted without generates a compliant default trim and resolves of access conflicts between.
I think it should be A. One of the answers should be A. And then extraction phase applies user export option so that you will be able to receive a tailored output without needing a separate.
C phase wait. Generates a compliant default trim and remove before between the compose layer. No. The output mirror source format. But the output is mirror source format, improving making it easier to debug for. I think E would be the better option on the rest of them.
Extraction phase applies export option so that end user receives a tailored output without needing a separate transformation step.
I would go with E.
Tailored output without needing a user export of. Hmm.
When querying a resolved attribute value in OpenUSD, which statement about attribute value resolution and time and codes are correct? When querying a resolved attribute in USD, which statement about attribute value resolution time and calling get with no time code returns was authored? No. Calling get with no time code is equivalent to time when returns author default value. Value region cache at from level. In the same way, results are cached if no value is authored for an attribute, it takes the nearest authored value from an ancestor from okay, so it's gonna be E for 15 and
Wait, what's the other one, bro?
E,
What
bro. I
was
already said it. E.
E?
Yes.
Hmm.
Why are my fans churning in? Do I have some model running? Wait. No. Fuck. Oh, I'm so low on battery.
Oh, 1 second, bro. My backup is complete.
Took a while.
Yeah, bro, it was 390 gigabytes.
Gigabytes. I also have to take a picture. I need to order a hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
E and
Mm-hmm.
E and I don't think I found B. Wait, was having fun.
When querying resolved attributes value in OpenUSD with statement about attribute value resolution and time codes are correct. Calling get with no time code returns the first authored time sample rather than calling get with no time code returns the first authored time sample. That is true.
No, brother, it's not true. It's gonna be E bridge. Look at the
Select
E.
two options. Wait. Yes, it's not true. I think yeah, we And then USD dot timecode dot default. Calling get with no timecode is equivalent to get USD timecode default returns author default value. Value resolutions are cached at prim level in the same way composition results are cached, but composition results are not
Text.
cached at all.
They are indexed, bitch.
Yeah, so if no value is authored on an attribute value resolution, returns the nearest authored value from an ancestor prim.
E and
And
E. I would go with D
if
and
the
E.
using USD.timecode or earlier returns the first or third time sample, yes, DNE. Pipeline development. The studio organizes, okay, select to auction. The studio is organizing assets into parallel work streams using OpenUSD layer stacks, which practices are recommended. Computational workstream should remain static and consistent from one evaluation of the stage to the next. Simple assets should be split into separate workstream layers. Upfront, so parallelism is available later. A separate workstream layer, simple assets. B can be an author. Layer stack should serve as the asset versioning mechanism, each version captured as a sublayer. That can be an answer. Did we see if layers were used as versioning systems anywhere?
Yes, brother. We just saw it.
1 second, let me eject my.
What are you checking? Cheating, brother. Notes.
No, bro, I'm not cheating anything, bro.
Then
I'm just ejecting my hard drive.
oh, ejecting. You're doing ejaculation.
1 second, drive is.
B.
Cause I'm on a battle bottom jeans.
I
She
think
is the one. Eject.
B and D.
Beep beep baby. Sleep baby. Nice. All backup is done. Noise. Terminate. Cloud code. Cloud code is lovely, bro.
I
I'm in
know.
love.
I'm in love with Pin, bro. I think I was the one that started it. But you know who told me to go with Cloud Code?
I
Guess
know, bro. The one and only the myth.
the legend
No,
that is
it's
not between us anymore.
is not among us.
Yes.
Bro, he could have been a good. addition to the stream, if I am being honest. Yeah.
Oh, but you know,
The opinions would have been not been local then. It would have been very
disastrous.
local opinions would have been too political.
I would have taken a big hit at that point. Fuck you, local opinions.
They are very insensitive, you know.
Yes, bitch.
All
Disaster
right.
opinions.
Come on. So what was okay? Select two options. A studio organized asset into parallel work streams. Blah blah blah. So should we avoid that grow procedurally since each layer has a resolve and open and bro? This is like the same question and this is like the
Yes,
same question.
B and D.
Yeah.
A prim.
Bro, why are these options again and again in the same? I am getting confused. Like, layers are used for versioning system, and this they grow procedurally since each layer has resolve and open and cost. I think there was this question over here as well,
Yes.
but and you selected E over here
Yes,
because
brother.
there is cost associated. But why are
And
you not
we
selecting
had
E
three,
over here then?
so I'm just going with the best ones, right? So we had the same options over there, but we have only two selections over here,
Okay,
given the options. So that's why I'm going with that. I
okay.
could
A
have,
prim, oh,
yeah,
got it. A
yes,
prim specializes a class defining an attribute fallback of 30. The prim also individually authors its own value of 20. The class fallback is later changed to
it's
40.
the same shit.
What value does the prim resolve to? A prim specializes a class defining an attribute fallback of 30. Prim also individually authors value of 20. The class fallback is later 40. 40 because the specializes arc always propagates the latest class value to destination prims. See.
But wait, the prim also also individually authors its own value of 20, bitch. So why
Oh
would
wait.
do it to 40? Like if they do,
Oh wait. My bad.
it's
Local
fine.
opinion.
Yes.
Okay.
Question 18, content aggregation, bitch.
The mantra for scene graph instancing is explicit instances, implicit prototypes. Right. What does this mean in OpenUSD? OpenUSD explicitly creates one prototype per prim and implicitly assigns every prim of that type to it. One prototype. That is true. And how many? Okay, one. Okay, warehouse reference instanceable true. Instanceable equals to true reference robot arm. You explicitly list each instance path. OpenAI implicitly disables overrides. On the whole stage, you explicitly tag candidate prim with instanceable equal to true, and OpenAI derives the prototype implicitly from authored composition arcs. Away, I'm ricochet, nothing to left. Far away, far away.
Yes, explicit instances. The implicit prototype what does? What are the OpenUSD explicitly creates with how many do it? One creates one prototype per frame and implicitly assigns every frame. Yes, explicitly. Blah, 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 blah.
One prototype per prim.
You
No.
one over drives the prototype. I think C.
You explicitly tag candidate and drive the prototype implicitly from authored composition. Yes. I thought it creates one prototype, but it said per prim, so that is wrong.
Yeah. It can create, but it depends if you have variants and all those shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Uh,
don't see any variant set over
cube,
here.
USD is a cube underworld and the material scope slash look at the same level as slash world, not nested beneath the cube
Bro,
by
same question.
wait.
B.
File
It's
has
gonna be B.
okay. Yeah.
Not nested beneath it, the cube binds to looks red matte. After referencing world as a source prim, what happens to the binding? Binding stops working because a slash. Yeah, it's B.
Yeah.
A technical director tags a leaf mesh prim deep in asset hierarchy with the bro. Yeah, it is repeating questions from the previous
Okay.
quiz.
So yeah, that's okay. Let's complete at least 30.
Okay,
Then
according to model hierarchy rules, what structural problem does this create? According to model hierarchy, okay, a technical director tags a leaf mesh prim deep in an assets hierarchy with kind equal to component.
according to model hierarchy rules, what structural problem does this create? Leaf mesh packed a component violates the nesting rules. Because mesh is wait a technical director
C.
tags a leaf mesh deep in the asset hierarchy, and according to the model hierarchy rule, what structure? So signals that the mesh is too deep. Yes, because you at a component level. Yes, it's too deep. Yes, see. 21.
When authoring USD material during import, authoring USD materials during import, which API pairing correctly creates a preview shader and binds it to geometry.
Which API pairing author use a preview surface
Shared material binding API.
material binding API? Yes. See,
Preview surface and via USD shared and binded with USD material binding.
finish it. Question 22. A pipeline tool must compose an
Up.
entire.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have skeleton binding or something like that? But
A
we do
pipeline tool must compose an entire stage down to a
single
single
delivery,
layer of delivery.
removing composition arc and proprietary file format dependencies. Which option is correct?
USD utils flatten layer stack composes the whole stage. USD stage dot flatten merges the sublayers. I think A. Flatten composes. Oh wait, no. USD stage dot flatten composes the whole stage into a layer. Remove arcs differs from flattening a single layer stack.
Uh,
I think it could be D as well. Settling edit targets root layer bay composed of onions on the layer that differs from flattening the full stage. SDF change block collapses the stage's composition arcs into one layer when the block closes.
higher
This
stage.
differs from flattening a layer stack.
Which operation is correct? Dude, which operation is correct, right? So composes a stage dot flatten, composes a whole stage into one layer and remove arcs using merges the sublayer of the root layer, merges the sublayer of the root layer stack. Okay, and USD utils composes the whole stage. Utils won't do that. Stage will do that. Okay, USDF change block collapses the stage composition arcs into one layer when the block closes. That this differs from flattening a layer stack. Change block is something setting at a target or root layer base. Yeah, I think D would be appropriate as well. Yeah, because A is kind of finicky.
Hmm.
That have a utils function doing that, but we can be wrong. Developer wants three identical sphere prims, add sibling prims in one scene. They add the sphere layer as sublayer three times. Why does this fail to produce three distinct sibling prims? Wants three identical prims, add sibling prims in one scene. They add the three sublayer as a sublayer. Wait, they had sphere layer as a sublayer three times. Sublayer three time causes usually treat all three as a single merged option. Usually include content without any prim path remapping. B.
A developer wants three identical sphere prims or sibling prim paths in one scene. They add the sphere layer as sublayer three times. Why does this fail to produce three distinct sibling prims? A
B.
developer wants three identical sphere prims. Sphere three times. Sublayers include content without any prem path remapping, so all three resolve to the same prem path. Oh yes, B. We just did this. Sublayers cannot do that. They stack layers only by identical part. Overlay this whole file as using same prem paths. Yeah, without prem path remapping. So B. Visualization. A USD Lux distant light is authored with along minus Z axis represented. We will not get this wrong today.
Yes.
Minus Z axis. Minus Z, motherfucker. A scene uses broadcasted refinement via specialized arcs so that all boxes on one palette share a common class namespace target. A scene uses broadcasted refinement via specialized arcs so that all boxes on one palette share a common class namespace target. A single reference is added to that class target. Which three statements correctly describe the outcome? The prim count increases because the new arc and its reference content introduces additional prims. No. Uh, a single reference is added to the class target. Target prim is the okay. No new prototypes are created because broadcast refinement, like hierarchical primware refinement, never generates additional prototypes. B could be one answer. The total prim count decreases because de-instancing is avoided and fewer per instance overrides are needed. The total prim, no, the instance count stays the same because instancing remains active on all boxes through the operation. D. A new prototype is created for the affected boxes because their composed subgraph now differs from unmodified boxes. Broadcast refinement creates a new instance, new prototype, different prototype, broadcast refinement references. Broadcast refinement was under scene graph instancing or point instancing, scene graph instancing, and then new prototype is created for affected boxes. Their composed subgraph, another.
Fuck. Bro, my system ran out of memory for some reason. So
Yeah, your camera froze.
yeah, my Comet is stuck. Yeah, just trying to quit every other app so that I do not have to close Comet. But I think it will force me to.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can relaunch it. Oh shit! No, I cannot. I think I would have to force quit.
but why is your MacBook doing that?
Because I had a lot of applications running and my Comet is using 32 gigs.
Wow,
So I think I
that's
would
why I
have,
don't use Comment, bro.
bro, any Chrome or any browser, it's
I
gonna
know,
use
I
the
know.
same Chromium shit, bitch. So, oh come on, bitch. Okay, I think I would have to. Is anything not running? Oh fuck. I think yeah, no, I'm not even able to go to that screen. So I think force quit. I will be back joining the screen again.
That's why backup cloud code, baby. In the hotel room, look me at the hotel room. I got the hotel motel. I like it, yeah. I got the hotel motel. I like it. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm. Oh,
So
wait. While I'm at it, let me.
terminus.
One more issue. Audio is broken for on the screen capture right now. Mm-hmm. All right. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
All right. So I think E would be one of the answers as well.
Uh, Scene uses. Okay, it's got him. Scene uses broadcast refinement via special arc so that all the boxes on one palette shares a common class namespace target. Okay, or us broadcast. With three statements. Describe no new prototypes are created because broadcast refinement like hierarchical firmware refinement never generates additional prototype. The instance count stays the same because instancing remains active on all the boxes throughout the options. A new prototype is created for the affected boxes. Because wait, dude, why are you having contradictory options as correct? You're also doing B and you're how
Oh,
could you have both?
you're right. You're right. Select three option.
The prim count increases because new arc and its reference content introduces additional prims into the stage. A would be an answer, user requirements so that all
Increases.
because the new arc and its references. Dude, it will if you have new references, then your prim count will definitely increase, right? Or
New reference, bro. Why? Why? Where reference can only be also just like a new color or a new property or a new texture.
reference
Also, it's not
to
necessary that it will increase the prim
refinement
count.
by a special arc, so that all boxes on one palette share a common class. So a single reference is added to the class.
Yeah, common class namespace target.
So
So
yeah,
that
the
is
answer is the total prim count decreases because the de-instancing is avoided and fewer per instance overrides are needed. Total prim anyway, but dude, this thing is in broadcast refinement. Why? This is related to the refinement part. Okay. Single reference is added to the class target. Single a new prototype is created for affected boxes because their composed subgraph now differs. A new prototype composed subgraph, a new class target. Single is added to the class. Single reference is added to the class target. We are not adding into the class, but we are adding the reference into the class
and
target.
A and D can also not be
They are
answered
abstracted prem now.
together.
So it's gonna create a new prem that will, yeah, I would go with, yeah, a, dude, why not a, okay, again, read the line, read the statement, read a
The
single
prim
reference.
count increases because the new arc and its reference
So,
content introduces additional prims into
so
the
a
stage.
single reference is added to the class target. So if that class target is a prim that you are adding, right? So we are adding the reference. Class is an abstracted prim first of all. So whenever you are trying to add or override something onto that class, it can create a new prim as well. That is
Okay, I was getting confused between prim and instances.
yeah. So it's about we are not doing instancing right now anywhere. We are focusing on using class, right? The no new prototypes are created. Yes, this B is correct because yes, and the instance count is the same because instancing remains active on all boxes throughout the operation. Total print count because reinstancing where I don't know. So I think A, B, and D. Yeah, A, B, and D would be.
I also think A, B, and D, but one second. Total prim count decreases because reinstancing avoided and fewer per instance overrides are needed. Okay, ABD.
A, B, and D.
The two-phase OpenUSD data exchange approach. What is the stated goal of the extract phase? To prune data irrelevant to a workflow that optimizes the output for a specific client or apply user export and restructure content to fit organization-specific asset conventions. To translate data to OpenUSD as directly as possible, mapping sources concepts to USD concepts to preserve fidelity. C. To validate the output stage against compliance rules and flag missing metadata before delivery. No, I think C.
In two-phase OpenUSD data exchange approach, what is the stage goal of the extract phase? In two-phase OpenUSD data exchange approach, what is the stated goal? Sorry, stated goal of the extract phase. Yes, to prune data, to translate data, to apply user export options. Wait. Yeah, C makes much more sense. B could also be an answer, but C is the most appropriate one. Wait, two phase. Stated. Okay, what is the stated goal? Yeah, stated goal should be C. Yes. Let's go to 27.
Yeah, in the reference payload pattern, a primware and a variant set are moved from content layer to the interface layer above the payload. What is the primary benefit of this lofting? Hmm.
Okay, what else makes wait? This is removes a field from the field so they can contribute, promotes field on the root layer. B B B
D or B?
B for balls. Balls.
In reference and payload pattern, primware and a variant set are moved from contents layer to interface layer above the payload. Interface layer above the payload. Okay.
What makes the risk and use wait? What load
A
makes
primware and a variant set are moved from contents layer to the interface layer above the payload. Okay. What is the primary benefit of lofting? Remove the field from payload so they contribute no pins to
I
the
think
composition.
C as well. Wait, can it be C? Yeah, it should be C. Yeah, I will go with C. I'll change
Clear.
my answer. C.
Discover usable consumers even when the payload is unloaded, improving performance. And in unloaded, you're going with C.
Yeah, I will go with C.
Don't forget about beauty juice bikinis on top. Oh, 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 oh.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Can you hear that?
No, bro. No, I'm just going.
Bruh, you should hear this.
No, dude, I don't want to. It's fine.
California girls were unforgettable. Dizzy juice bikinis on top.
All right. 28. The prem references using data
Oh.
view as source prem.
Wait, I'll mark my answer for 27 as well.
Yeah.
Lofting converts the field from payload local opinions into global player metadata that all stages can. Oh, I'll go with D.
reference
Hmm.
an asset using an inner
An
cube.
inner cube as the source
This is the
frame.
same thing. Fuck.
Same answer, same
I think, dude,
question.
I think I did ask like, Fable to.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, Shivanshu.
okay, so this is a market, bro. I'm not gonna look at it. A studio is building USD exporters for
Bro,
different.
what's the answer? But let's at
You
least answer it.
you can find it. Studio is building USD exporter for three different DCC applications.
The cube has a material body, the material defeated the world. What is the result? Both.
Code.
I think B.
29th will be B as well. And let me verify your answer till then. The cube geometry composes, but material
Studios
values
being
drop
used
on
exported for
lies outside
different
the yes.
whether the extraction and transformation. Data exchange. Bro, data exchange is a big part, right?
Yeah, bro. Like big
I think I need to do that again. Where the fuck did that go? Mm-hmm. Studios would be exporter for three different ECC applications. A developer asks whether the extraction transformation code can be shared across all three exporters. What does the two-phase guidance say about usability? Transformation code is largely unique to each target workflow, while extraction code can be designed for use. Extraction code is largely unique to each source format, while format transformation code can be designed for use across multiple exporters. Both extraction and transmission code can be designed for use because they both operate on OpenUSD data after the initial parse. Developer calls set active false on world box, which has children world too. Oh, bro, I had a mini heart attack.
wow.
Yo, I thought for a second that today was Saturday because I saw Saturday. I
Uh-huh.
was like, what the fuck? I just thought it was a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! For a split second, I thought I fucking. For a split second, I thought tomorrow is Sunday.
Oh.
I just got a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
Realized that weekend still has 2 more days,
Mm-hmm.
but that also means Sunday is gonna be lit for fights. All right, all right. You saying B?
Yes, I'm saying B.
Largely, you need to know a transformation program designed for use across. Yes, that is correct. B is correct.
Last, a developer
Did you
called
see 28th?
what? Yeah, 28
You
is correct. Yeah, I did saw it. It's correct. B. I'm not gonna.
last.
Yeah.
A developer call set active false on slash word slash box, which has children slash word slash box geometry and slash words. Okay. What does the next call to stage traverse wizard? Deactivated rooms cannot be accessed. Target. Okay. While descendants remain in the traversal were attributed results skipped all. I think D.
Developer calls World Box.
Mm-hmm.
The World Box and all of its descendants are excluded.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 that is correct. Time.
Let's
Yeah.
check. Alright. BCE. First is correct.
What about second? I want to know second.
Second.
Yay. Yay. I'm a,
Again.
yes, again.
Again. USDZ. I'll keep tallying. No worries.
Load.
One wrong for you.
Yes, load.
Three is A. Fourth is C, D, and E. One right for you, and one wrong for me. I think. What was the question? Studios designing glasses from. Yeah. Okay. What is the CDE? So okay. Recommended to go cost associated with raw. Oh. Ah.
B. I also
Okay.
thought to go with B, but for some reason I thought this would be much better. Like replace the need. Like if you're using layers, we are not gonna be using versioning anyways, right? And layer never replaces the need for versioning. That is the other thing. That was my understanding. So that's why I did not went with B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fifth. We didn't get fifth, but the answer is C.
Wow. Oh,
Yours was right.
yes.
But
Imagination.
it was
Imagination.
anyway incorrect.
Yeah,
Like
I know. I know.
sources state broadcast only applies the context or only the other stages referencing the assets are not affected. It did not say anything about the scenario A first of all, like in the question.
Yeah, that's why I knew it. That.
So I'm not fucking counting this one.
Dude, you
Fuck
have to
it.
count. What question is question? Okay, in
Fuck.
the quiz, you won't even give it a try. You have to
I
count.
would, but if not, if the
Look,
like if the question is wrong, they will give me the answer. Like they will give me the brownie
yeah,
points if the
question
question is
six.
wrong.
Yeah. Okay, let's see question six. What is it? D.
Primer
Correct.
D, yes, D is correct. Seventh is A. Oh, it's wrong.
What is it?
It's B.
It satisfies the encapsulation requirement by ensuring material prims are nested under the same prim as the geometry they bind. And it
Two
defines
two.
reflection that separate model contribution from surface contributions, make it clearer which each work.
All mesh under geometry scope and material prims under look scope. Both children of an asset's default prime. What does this convention status was? Which one?
So this was not even related to encapsulation then, I guess. I don't know, bro.
It satisfies the encapsulation requirement by ensuring material prims are nested under the same prim as the geometry they bind. It defines jurisdiction that separates modular contribution and surfacer contribution, make it clear which prim each workstream owns. Bro, this is a trick question. Like, A is also correct only. B is also correct. I'm not saying B is wrong, but A is also correct.
Uh, we will give this to AI and see what it answers.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna remove this answer. Sorry. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. My granny had a hit with a bazooka.
Okay, yeah, it's also saying B, but why not A? Why the others are wrong? Oh, it's saying that encapsulation in USD is about containing an asset's internal structure. Simply splitting geometry versus look scopes under default prim is more about organization roles rather than strict encapsulation. So I think we got this one wrong because of our own mistake, silly mistake.
But what was the reason? I didn't understand. Like what?
Like the reason or the correct answer
The
is
reason.
that encapsulation in USD is about containing an asset's internal structure.
Containing an asset's internal structure.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So if you reference a file as an asset, then when you're trying to reference it somewhere, you are basically referencing its internal structure, right? Like what the default prim structure that you have. And over here it's saying that simply splitting geometry versus look scope. Like if you're just trying to split the geometric prim, and then splitting it with a different class that is looks or scope under default prim is more about organizational roles than strict encapsulation rules. So like it's not encapsulation, that is what it is saying over here. Elaborate. Explain
Hmm.
example.
So okay, yeah, do that until that. Eighth is correct. Ninth is wrong for both of us.
What is it? D. Changing the fallback value of existing attribute in a way that affects behavior. And what is the question? A schema maintainer is modifying an existing typed schema, which change requires creating a new schema version according to USD schema. And I went to changing the display name. That is wrong. Changing the fallback value, which change requires creating a new schema version.
Changing the fallback value of an existing attribute in a way that affects the prim behavior for downstream consumers. I see. Okay. Tenth is A correct. 11th is D not correct.
11th is composition is cached at prim level. Wait, composition is cached at prim level.
Bro, check this answer.
Damn, I didn't know about that. That composition is cached at prim level. I thought
I
it was,
think then this other question will also be wrong then.
yeah, yeah. I thought it was indexed, but
Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
dude, yeah, it's saying correct answer is B. Wait, why not? So D is incorrect. Yeah, D is incorrect. Yes, we are correct, bro. We are correct.
So this quiz also has wrong answers. Wow.
Hmm.
You said you were gonna trust AI more.
Yeah, bro, I was, but I did use cheaper models so that I do not consume my limit at 2x rate.
You said you used Fable.
Yeah, I did use Paywall to for verification. I think Paywall lied, fucker. Once again.
So this one is correct. Value resolution is cached per attribute. Be computed on every property. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Okay. 11th, a pipeline developer wants to understand. Oh, wait. What is
12th.
12th?
12th is correct. B.
13th is
13th is wrong. D.
an active animates instances on and off over time and prunes them permanently with list editing support.
Oh, it's D.
But wait, let me just verify it once in case. But I thought inactive IDs does that. Oh yes, brother, it would be D only. Invisible and inactive. We got confused with that. Yes,
I want to look at this
let me
one second. What point instancer? A good rule of thumb is that you need to animate an instance on and off. Then you should use invisible IDs. I see. Otherwise, use inactive IDs. A nice feature of inactive IDs is that it can be list edited, so you can sparsely add or remove IDs. Hmm. Just like that. It's looking on her. When you talk like that, you make a woman go mad.
IDs. Not use in yes, inactive IDs. Yes, yes, yes. It's correct.
List edited. So you can sparsely add and remove ID. Okay, bruh. So we have three wrong each. Damn. Alright, 14th is A, D, and E, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Makarnai. All right. 15 data modeling. B and E. Bro, check this.
BE. Yeah, buddy.
Bro, I was thinking of it was gonna be B. Oh my god.
If no value, that's authored. Hmm. Okay, yes, yes, yes. I think that's why I'm having this issue.
Mhm. Get with no time code is equivalent to
Get USD
time,
code dot.
dot time code dot default. Okay. B and E. Okay. 16th is D and E. 16th is wrong again. Damn, bro, we are having a lot of wrong answers today.
Yeah, dude. No worries. Let's move to 17th. What is it?
Wait, let me check why I answer this is wrong.
16th is D and E.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are always partially correct. Simple
But
assets.
that is incorrect only.
Yeah, I know. Simple assets should be split into workstream layers, and E layer should be. Okay, dude. Okay, wait. So this is contradicting AF. We were, we did not went with E over here. But did I went with E in that one? But we had the same question earlier, right?
No, I was telling you, right, that this is, yeah, no, it's correct. It's correct.
But
Simple asset should be split into separate workstream layers upfront so parallelism is available later. Assets, bro, assets should not be split into separate work streams. Or I don't know. Can you check with AI? Like,
yeah, yeah, E. Okay, yeah, it also says E. Layer stack should be kept simple, avoiding work streams that that grow procedurally, since each layer has a resolved and open cost. Yeah, yeah, E is correct.
what was the answer? D and E, right? Okay. 17th is A, finally. One correct. 18th is C.
Okay, this would have been wrong for you. I wouldn't have read it properly.
Yeah, yeah.
You went with fucking 40.
I didn't read it properly.
Yeah.
18th is C. 19th is B. 20 is C. 21 is C. 22 is D. 23 is B. B. 24 is A. No, oh, A, yes. 25 is ADE. Oh, 25 is wrong. ADE.
Scene uses broadcast refinement
I was telling you it was gonna be E. I marked E initially.
for affected box because their composed subgraph now differs from unmodified boxes. What is the answer? ADE. But you also marked B. So you know what I said? I said it's contradictory. You are contradicting the same point. So B was not an answer. It was A, D, and E. So okay. So B was incorrect completely, and that's why new prototype is created. But okay, why would we know new prototype is created? New prototype is created
Uh,
affected box because there is a composed subgraph now that now differs. Wait, because this is like kind of confusing. Then let me verify once, and then probably Gemini gives me a better answer. Sorry, Gemini, I'm saying perplexity. Bitch. A D E. Okay, so when you broadcast refinement to one palette box via specialize on a class, those boxes now have different composed subgraph than the original type. USD therefore creates a new implicit prototype. Oh, because they have new composed subgraph. Okay, okay, okay. That will definitely provoke USD to create a new prototypes at that point. Okay,
mhm.
because we have different classes. Oh, we got confused with only looking at yeah. Since I think when we did A, we should also have done E as well. I think. Yeah, never mind. What is the next one? Last five.
26 is C. That is correct. So, wait, let me mark this wrong first. Yeah, 27th is C. You are right. I'm wrong. You're
Log
right.
makes the field discoverable and usable by consumer when even when the payload is unloaded. Okay. 28.
Hmm. B. 29. B. 30. D. All of them are correct. So,
Alright.
what was
How many did we got correct and wrong?
one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 wrong for you, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wrong for me.
Ugh.
You scored 24, I scored 23.
24 divided by 30. Did we pass? 80%. And you got 23. 76. We pass. For now.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
I didn't understand what this lofting thing was exactly. I know that girl was talking about lofting in her video. And I also remember what she
No,
said.
it
Lofting
never
seems to be
converts
something.
anything. And so the thing was, I knew for sure it never converts anything. In USD, a lot of there's no conversion or anything as of what we have read till now. I never read conversion. That's why D was so D was not the D was eliminated at that point. That's why I was either going with B or C.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, B is it promotes, but C is a much better option.
Hmm. I see. Makes sense.
Right. Let's end the stream. Adios, guys. Adios.
Adios, amigos. 3 hours, 35 minutes. Not bad for a Friday.
Dude, the fuck is fighting right now.